Welcome, sports bettors from around the world.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back. It's a Monday morning. It's November 11th, 11/11, and this is Philly and Jared in the morning. And my name is Jared, and that's Philly over there from Philadelphia. And I don't know, man. We had like the weekend off. We didn't do any videos over the weekend. Kind of refreshed, and he's ready to go. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Actually, we got a pretty good card today on hand, which is nice for the people. Good NBA slate, some good matchups, and we had some good football yesterday, which was fun. It was just nice. It's a good time of year with college football and basketball, and everything's hockey, and it's just everything.
Yeah, NFL was a lot of fun. How about them Cowboys? Whoops. No. Hey, how does that help? That helps the Eagles out. Where are the Eagles looking in the division now?
They're tied at 5-4 now. So, in reality, I mean, obviously anything can happen, but the Eagles have the easier schedule rolling the rest of the year, and the Cowboys are going into the toughest part. So it really could come down to the very last game of the year at Lincoln Financial Field. Eagles, Cowboys, it could come down to that for the division. I actually think it very well might.
Wow. It's great. We got the 49ers tonight taking on the Seahawks. This is going to be a very compelling game.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, a little promo here. I'm going to be on SCORETRADE tonight, and we're going to be focused on that game. We're going to be doing 2 tournaments tonight, one for the first and second quarter, and then we're coming back for the fourth quarter. Definitely come check it out. SCORETRADE. Download it on your iOS or your Android Google Play Store. And guys, it's free to play, and you can win a lot. You can win some real money playing, and it's fun. It's interactive. So, SCORETRADE. It's available to only the United States. Go check it out. But yeah, man, NFL is completely wide open this year. There's no one super dominant team. Maybe the 49ers, but they haven't played anybody of substance yet. So today we're going to really find out who, if any. Yeah, or like if they're any good or not, or at least if they are as good as they seem to be. So
sure, yeah, this will be a test, no question. Russell Wilson always brings it, so it should be something. But even Baltimore has been overly, I don't know if surprising, but Lamar Jackson's out of his mind.
Yeah, it's just a fun year, man. And then my Texans are involved, which I don't get. I don't know how they're in there, but they're there. And you got Lawan. You see what Lawan was? the was it tackle from the Titans? He started talking about how much he just sucks and
he's a liability.
It was almost like a wrestling promo. I don't know. It was pretty funny.
It was truth serum, man. Somebody shot him with that shit because I never heard anybody ever say some of that. It's actually a great interview if you get a chance to hear it. He literally was like, liability. I suck. I can't do this. I'm killing the team. I know it. Great.
Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, Philly, let's see here. Oh, hey, sgdwins.com. That's right, baby. It's $99 a month, $100 a month pretty much for all our plays, all our sports for a month, 30 days. That's not a week, and that's not a day. That's 30 days. So jump on board. Come on over to sgdwins.com and let's start winning together. All right, let's jump into today's NBA slate. We got 6 games, and we're going to start off here, Philly, with Minnesota versus Detroit. All right, so little birdie told me that Mr. Blake Griffin is back in town.
Yep.
Is that what you're hearing?
It is what I'm hearing. He is expected to play, expected to start. Might be on a little bit of a minutes restriction, but that'll inject some juice into them. He's definitely something they've sorely missed. They've been able to stay afloat a little bit, playing some consistent defense. But him being back, Derrick Rose is supposed to potentially come back from his hamstring problem, so that's going to help with the bench. And I'm showing the opening line is Detroit -1.5. I really lean that, man. They've been playing pretty well without him. I might lean that way even without Blake Griffin. I just think this just has a Detroit feel to me,
right?
For tonight. For sure.
Yeah, looking at the records here, just on the surface, overall record, Minnesota's 5-4, but they are 4-4 against the spread. And then Detroit 4-5 against the spread. So there's nothing that really stands out there between these two teams. Now, head to head, over is 6-0 in their last 6 meetings in Detroit. And and the Timberwolves are 0-8 against the spread in the last 8 meetings between these two teams. So, it's just like Philly was saying, he's probably leaning Detroit anyway. So the trends are in his favor. So, if I had to choose here, I'm taking Detroit on at home on the spread.
Yeah, man. It's only a bust. They only got to lay a basket, not even. So
yeah. All right. Let's see. Moving on to the next one. Pull up my thing here. All right. Next one's up is the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Boston Celtics. This line opened up at -3.5 for the hometown team, which is Boston, and now it's up to -4. Mm-hmm. Dallas is 4-5 against the spread versus Boston, which is pretty good at 5-2 against the spread. What do you say, man? You think Boston keeps it rolling here versus Porzingis and Luka?
Yeah, Boston has pretty much rolled since they lost the opening match to the Sixers. I think they've won 6 or 7 in a row, basically. They did lose Gordon Hayward, who seems to be having the shittiest luck the last couple of years. Guy finally, gets back to about 100% and breaks his hand, and now he's going to be out indefinitely with that.
Oh, man. Yep.
So that's a shame. Porzingis is going to be playing tonight after having a night off for load management. So obviously losing Gordon Hayward is not a good thing. It's a problem, but they dealt with this last year, and they slid Jaylen Brown into the starting lineup, and they had a really good year, and I would expect them to be able to kind of do the same thing again. Obviously, we've talked about Dallas before. I think they're a really good young team, but they seem to be a little bit better at home. I just think Boston's going to be a little too much at home with the crowd, and I don't think 4 points is an unreasonable amount. So I would lay the 2 baskets, and I would take Boston. That would be my opinion.
Okay, I'm on the different. I think I'm going to lean the other way. I like Dallas. I think that Luka and Porzingis and the crew and Smith and all those guys. They just got something going, man. I think that they can go in here and surprise a team. There's a couple trends leaning towards both teams, but one that really sticks out to me is the Mavericks are 11-1-1 against the spread in their last 13 road games. So that's dating back to last year, but now they're even better than they were last year.
Sure.
The Celtics, I see here that they kind of struggle versus. So here's a stat: Celtics are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games versus a team with a winning percentage above 600. So, maybe they struggle a little bit with closing out big or better teams. Obviously, it's earlier in the season, but I think this line is. I don't know, maybe just a little too much favored. Yeah, I will say this, Philly. Have you noticed? So I have a system, the NBA road system, and it's 14 or 15-1 now, and a lot of road teams that are getting these big numbers or not even big numbers are covering a lot. So this kind of fits in that category, and I'm going to take at least preliminary. I'm looking at the Mavericks here.
No, I can't. I mean, I hear you, man, because Dallas is a really good team, and certainly they've been playing teams tough. And yes, they have 2 of the most dynamic players in the league. So I can certainly see your points for sure.
All right, here's a spread that is pretty big on the road. Memphis taking on San Antonio. It's currently San Antonio -11, so you're giving the Grizzlies 11 on the road. All that being said, Grizzlies are 2-7 against the spread, and the Spurs are 2-7 also against the spread. So there's no real, advantage here. No one's going out of their way to. Somebody's got to win this game. So
yeah,
what do you think here, man? Philly or San Antonio at home?
I don't. This is not a game that really is on my map, but I mean, Ja Morant is back, which obviously he was out for load management, and that's their prize rookie and a big part of what they do. And Grayson Allen is out for them with a sore ankle. I don't know. I mean, I have a hard time thinking San Antonio is going to cover 11. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, maybe they do, but initially I would probably take points with Memphis, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. Grizzlies are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 meetings. Also, the underdog in this matchup, whoever that could be, which in this case it is the Grizzlies, 4-1 also against the spread in the last 5 meetings. So, I mean, I I think that's just a big line, man. Give me the Grizz on the road.
I totally agree.
All right, Rockets are on the road, and they are laying 4.5 versus the Pels. These two teams faced each other earlier this year, and so now you got the Rockets on the road. Over under is 242.5. That's insane. Such a big number there. All right, Rockets are 3-6 against the spread, and so is the New Orleans Pelicans. So you got Harden and Westbrook coming into the Big Easy. What do you think, man?
Initially I thought New Orleans should be a little better than they are. I mean, I know that they don't have Zion and all, but Holiday was an all-star, and Ingram is playing a lot. He's playing well. The guy from came over from the Lakers, and JJ Redick's been in the playoffs every year of his career, but they just keep falling short time and time again. And I look at the line there, and I'm like, what is it? I show it as 4.5. And Houston's starting to play better. I mean, James Harden was talking about, there's no panic mode. They haven't gotten off to the greatest start, but they got a lot of firepower over there. And I don't know, man. Initially I'll look at the lineups when they come out, but I'm leaning the Rockets on the road -4.5.
Yeah, so I'm leaning Rockets, and I lean the under in this particular matchup.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of points, and actually, if you look at the Rockets, they're trending on the unders lately. So. 242.5, man. Whew, that's a scoring barrage there.
Sure.
Next up, we got Toronto taking on the Clips. Now, Toronto had a pretty big win yesterday. I remember you and I were talking yesterday, and you really liked the Raptors yesterday. So I don't know if you ended up betting them or not, but
yeah, I pregame plus the 10.5, and I even called them live plus 300, plus 330. Just the eye test. They have a lot of pride on that team, man. They really, really do. With that being said, I know this is a back-to-back situation. They played the Lakers last night, but luckily they don't have to travel. They're playing on the exact same floor again. Now this is going to be emotional, this game, because it's against Kawhi, so they're going against the guy who helped win a championship with them last year. Yeah. But with that being said, I think 10.5 is still too damn much. I really like Toronto plus the points. It's the same kind of thought I had last night.
Right. No, I agree. It will be emotional, but it'll be emotional on both sides. Don't you think Kawhi's going to want to ball out? Even though there was no bad blood, obviously, if anything, it was good blood. It was just, it's your old team, so they're coming for you, so you want to come at them, kind of thing.
There's a lot of people that sometimes say, we wish we would have had an opportunity to defend it as a team. We won a championship together. Let's try to win it again as together. But they never had that opportunity.
Right.
But obviously the Lakers, the Clippers are a really good team. Toronto plays really pretty good defense. I mean, they're pretty suffocating with that. And Siakam's coming to another level, and Van Fleet has taken it to another level. So they don't really miss Lowry being out. You can swing it either way. I could certainly make an argument for the Clippers, but I just think 10.5 is too much.
Yeah, it's close. It's one of those things I can see the Clippers just getting to a lead and just pulling away, and but I could also see, like you said, Toronto. They might actually step out and be like, hey, we're going to show Kawhi what's up. I think if I had to bet the game now, I'm taking the Clips. They're the better team. But I'm not opposed to going. I'm going to have to look into this game a little more. Both teams are 6-3 against the spread, but I have a small lean on the Clips. So, all right, moving on to Utah versus Golden State. You got Utah on the road. Golden State at home catching another double-digit point spread. Philly, I'm telling you, these guys are covering like crazy when they get these 10 points. I've taken them the last couple times, and they're almost winning some of these games, and they're still catching 10 points everywhere you look. And this is a game here that I think that you give Golden State 10 points at home versus a team that is a slower paced kind of team that doesn't really try to go out and just blow the doors off. I mean, I think that this might be just a little too many points.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I've been on Golden State plus the points quite a bit myself. There's guys on this team that get looked at like they're G League players, but they got a reason to play. I mean, they're playing for a job, whether it's here, whether it's somewhere else. And they do have a legit scorer in D'Angelo Russell. I mean, can put up buckets at any given time. I will say this: this was the one time where initially I was thinking that maybe even with the 10 points, it wasn't enough. I just think Utah plays, they're a good defensive team. Might be able to slow them down a little bit, but I can't argue the fact that 10 points is a lot. It's just everybody's out for Golden State. I mean, Eric Pascal, all right, so he's got a hip contusion. Sounds like he's going to play, but Kevon Looney's out, and Draymond Green's out. Like, the whole damn team's out. I don't know. It's such a bizarre time for them.
But it's like, hey, it hasn't really seemed to affect it. I mean, obviously they're not winning the games, but they're covering. I mean, if all I care about is they're covering, and they're covering every single time. I mean, they started getting blown out last game. And for the life of me, I can't remember who they played, but then they came back, and I think they lost only by 5 points. They came back.
Yeah, they covered. Yep.
Yeah. And, every time I turn around, I have Golden State on my ticket. They've covered, and I don't even have to even worry about it. So, I'm going to keep riding that train. Give me Golden State plus 10.
Yeah, I guess I can't blame you for that.
All right, guys, that's it. That's the show. Hey, we forgot to do the contest. So, hey, this would be a real test right here. If you made it this far, we know that you're a real watcher of the show. So here is the test. Here is the contest. Golden State versus the Jazz.
Nice.
Leave your exact blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to say. All right, so we're going to have a contest. If you'd like a week's worth of our premium plays for free, guess the exact score of the Jazz versus the Golden State Warriors. Put it down, the comment down below. And, hey, and if you watch this far, we know you actually watched the show instead of just looking at the big, for the contest. So, so leave your comment down below.
Yeah, and I guess the only two rules are don't edit it. If you think you have to edit your post, to basically delete it and write it again, because it's not time stamped and we don't know when you actually put it up there. And
it has to be before game time.
It has to be before game time. And if more than one person happens to put their same score, then more than one person would win. So
yeah, that's it. And only one entry per person. Ooh, that's a good one. We haven't had that issue yet, but I'm sure
we haven't actually.
All right, hey guys, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. Even if you didn't like it, just go ahead and like it anyway. And but if you got this far, you probably liked it. So let's just be real. And hey, $100 a month gets you all our premium plays for all sports. We're talking NFL, NCAA football, NCAA basketball. We had a big win there yesterday in that one. We have NBA, NHL, and am I missing anything else? I think that's all the sports are going on right now.
Yeah.
So come on, jump on board, and we email the plays out every single day. So come be part of the team.
Yeah, look forward to having you guys, and we always say if there's any kind of content you're interested in hearing about, all these these videos, we're always interested in giving you whatever information you're looking for, and if there's something that you want us to talk about, please let us know.
All right. On that note, let's get out of here, Philly. Everybody have a great Monday for Philly. My name's Jared. You've been watching Sports Gambling Daily, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.
Happy Monday, all.